back from the dead. Are you doing our annual AmityCast?
Annual?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, God.
This is a
what has come out recently?
big enough release to warrant it. There's been a lot of stuff that have happened since we last did this. I haven't seen anything this summer.
I saw Long Legs.
You saw Long Legs. You saw Twisters.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was actually pretty boring. I don't get natural disaster movies.
Yeah.
It's just it's a literal same thing.
I mean, it's just. I mean, what are you gonna do?
There's only so much you can do.
We
they
already
don't
have
reference
Twister.
the first movie like at all. So it's like not
Are the
even a
characters
sequel.
even the same?
No. Glenn Powell is a social media influencer that just records tornadoes.
So like none of the old characters are in it.
No, none of them are like children of them or anything. It's all new people.
So like why?
All new backstories.
What's the point?
I think like they reference. I don't remember the first movie off the top of my head, but there's some like Dorothy thing they mention at the beginning of the new movie. That some Dorothy device was in the first movie or something.
Oh yeah.
So they reference that, but that's it. There's like one line.
That's so stupid. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a natural disaster.
I don't know why after Bill Paxton died, they made a sequel to it.
Yeah, because he wanted to make one like 10 years ago.
He did?
Yeah, he had an idea for a sequel that he wanted to do.
Which was?
What was it? It was actually wasn't a bad idea. It had to do with like some type of escalation of like some really extreme storms, and then like he wanted to do it with a specific person, but I don't remember the full details. He wanted to specifically not do it with the girl from the first one. Who was it? Was it Meg Ryan? I don't know who it was, but it's just weird. It doesn't make any sense to. I mean, especially if this is just another natural disaster movie and it's just called Twisters to sell tickets. So whatever. I guess if it helps save movie theaters.
Yeah, what else did I see?
I guess. Because you saw Long Legs. That.
I saw Inside Out 2.
Oh yeah, I did. I have seen Inside Out too.
It was okay.
That was pretty good. I actually
like
like that.
Were overhyping it. A lot of overhyped movies this year.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, because Long Legs got like a ton of hype, especially on like Letterboxd and everywhere. It was like a big deal, and then it came out and immediately everyone in the world was like, "It's overrated. It's super overhyped. It's not good." It's like, okay.
And it was fine. I wasn't scared at all. And like Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage was barely in it, which was the whole advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like.
And the ending, it was just I didn't really care. It was just like things were happening.
Whatever.
Yeah, but-
Inside Out 2 I thought was pretty good, and it was a pretty unique sequel. As unique
So
as a sequel could be.
Looking at my letterbox, the films I've seen this year are Anyone But You, which was awful. Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2 was great.
Imaginary was awful. I think I wrote a review.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
People are starving and the world is in shambles. Yeah. Blumhouse out of 10. Yeah.
Blumhouse is
I hate
cooking.
Blumhouse. GXK. I saw A Quiet Place Day 1. It was alright.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But it was okay. The whole plot of that movie literally is just getting pizza. So
That's so stupid. Yeah, I haven't seen.
I thought with the day one concept they would have done like the military stuff
That would have made a lot more sense. That's what I kind of expected when I heard about Day One, but
instead of like just two people in New York that didn't know each other but then do or whatever.
weird.
I got the point of it, but it was
Yeah,
kind of taxing to watch.
that's cool.
Because also they don't introduce anything new about the creatures either.
So then,
I mean, that they show the water thing where they can't go in water.
yeah, which I mean we already knew that.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they still said they're making a third one, I think. Like a part 3.
Are they?
I think they said they were, but I think that depends on if the actors are available.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are always busy, so.
Yeah, they got a lot. They got plenty of stuff going on.
Yeah.
John Krasinski's busy directing If,
Not being Mr. Fantastic.
not being Mr. Fantastic.
But we did see Deadpool and Wolverine last night.
We did see Deadpool and Wolverine.
It was
I usually go to I usually see like every movie that comes out. I haven't seen crap this year. I have no one to go to movies with, so I haven't got anything. But we did go to Deadpool and Wolverine. I bought the tickets like a month ago.
Yeah, they opened like ridiculously early. I don't remember. I don't know why.
They did open super early, and I literally like they were the
Like,
last like
too
seats I
early.
could get like together for like our whole group in that theater, which is crazy for an 8 p.m. showing, like a month in advance. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hype around it. Obviously, Deadpool and Wolverine. It's kind of a crazy release to even think about Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. I know that's what been like the whole thing.
Yeah, I
for
know. I was like talking about it on the way there with Sean. I was like, I don't even know what to like think walking in.
Yeah. I had no idea what to really expect. I was like, what's going to
I
happen?
mean, even think about when they announced it, like I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Let me double check.
It was a long time
An
ago.
announcement they made on Ryan Reynolds' like YouTube channel.
Yeah, that was so long ago.
Yeah, it just almost didn't feel real.
Yeah, it didn't at all.
It seemed like with Logan it was so like conclusively over. And with the whole like merger and stuff, I honestly didn't even know if we were gonna get another Deadpool. So
Yeah, that was
just even getting another Deadpool was kind of surprising.
Yeah,
I was pretty surprised with how many Disney jokes there were.
Yeah,
And Fox jokes.
A lot of stuff to actually.
A lot of jokes
slide.
about like the company management and like the state of things.
Yeah, which like I feel like because
it is weird that it's coming from like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a Deadpool movie, so there has to be like some semblance of that with all the drama that's happened behind the scenes. But I didn't think they would let a lot of that happen, so I was kind of worried. But then like, I mean, they let most of it just kind of go through, so it was kind of just fine.
I'm trying to find when that announcement was. It's probably forever.
A lot of
I
poking
forgot
fun
Ryan
at
Reynolds was
Disney.
in If as well. Was in that movie.
He was. They specifically called out Kevin Feige, which was funny a couple times. It was I will say, like, humor wise, it literally
It was
like
really funny.
like beginning
I
to
haven't
end.
rewatched the first two.
Yeah.
Well, I watched half of the first one. It was actually funnier than I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought they were funnier than you remember, but
The first one, they actually were both funnier than I remember them being, and they were both like solid as far as like the humor went. I mean, it wasn't like everything was making me laugh. This one, like, genuinely, I don't think there were many jokes that missed for me, and like that's just like, I mean, this type of humor does work for me, but like,
well, there was a lot of in jokes about like about industry and like the superhero movies and stuff. And,
Yeah.
like from like stuff 20 years ago with like actors and like drama and like divorces and stuff.
yeah, it's,
Like if you know a lot about the film industry, there's a lot of
yeah,
jokes.
and like, yeah, obviously we follow the film industry and being very up to date with like a lot
the
of that
Wesley
stuff.
Snipes. The Wesley Snipes jokes were pretty good.
That Blade joke was crazy. That was insane.
I'm more surprised they got him.
I know. I still can't believe. I didn't think there was any chance that they would get Wesley Snipes. I didn't think I would ever see Jennifer Garner as Elektra again.
Hey everyone.
Okay, so like a year ago. Wait, that was not a year ago. September 27th, 2022.
That's when they announced it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
2 years ago. It's so weird that this is finally actually. Where
Yeah,
we
it's
were.
such a weird spot when they announced this movie. The Marvel Universe was in a much better spot, and like now when it came out, it was like all eyes were on it.
Welcome to the MCU. You came in at kind of a low point.
It's pretty funny that they will acknowledge that they're at a low point like that.
Yeah,
They did just announce Iron Man's playing Doctor Doom, so
yeah. I guess. Yeah.
'cause we can talk about that too.
Yeah. It also just got confirmed that Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU as Doctor Doom, which.
Doctor Doom Little.
Doctor Doom Little. I didn't even think about. I forgot about Doolittle. Ew.
He did that, and I do respect that he like went. He didn't like badmouth Marvel, but he like went and did the prestigious movies just to get an Oscar, and now he's right back to Marvel.
Yeah, he won his Oscar, and now he's like, all right,
He's like, I'm done as Iron Man.
I'll be Doctor Doom though.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how I feel about it. I know
heard there is an
a lot of
Iron
people
Man
are
though
pretty
in the
upset.
comics that becomes Doctor Doom, but that just feels like a what if episode.
Yeah, that seems weird. I don't know. I mean, like,
And he's gonna be in the Fantastic Four movie or something, which is like soon.
yeah,
like
what
next year.
That's that next year. Yeah,
It's
okay.
filming
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's currently filming. I guess it's so weird because I don't know. Every Fantastic
Especially
Four
after
movie
this,
they
'cause
tried
now,
was so bad.
Sorry, it's all scatterbrained, but now Wolverine's just in Deadpool's world, chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
well, what are they gonna be in next?
yeah, like is Hugh Jackman gonna keep doing this? Because they kept making jokes about it, like the "till you're 90" jokes. Like,
I don't think he's gonna be in it as much as he was.
Yeah, no.
But I do think he'll be in Secret Wars if they ever make it.
Probably, yeah.
Because they'll probably want to do Toby, Hugh Jackman, or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like, I guess.
Honestly, I was wondering if they were gonna find a way to put Toby in or something. But I kind of figured with Sony they wouldn't. That sounds like a clusterfuck. Getting like a Deadpool and Spider-Man thing to work.
I mean, it's just thinking about like what the MCU is now and what they've.
Because he got denied it from the Marvel universe because they were jumping around a lot of planets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't Earth 616 was the Prime or whatever.
That's Earth
where
Prime.
Happy Hogan was, because Happy Hogan was in the first like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That whole opening act with Logan's bones from the first movie,
That was
not first movie, from Logan was that was really fun.
That was crazy. I like
because I heard a rumor of that and I was like, that sounds like they wouldn't do that. It sounds a little too far.
they actually did.
I was like, that sounds a little.
See, that's like perfect Deadpool escalation. That's what I mean. Because like, I'll get into my problems like with the actual movie in a second. But like stuff like that is like so on brand, and it's so like it just makes so much sense. It's like it's weird to look at the MCU right now because like we've had all this multiverse stuff. We've had every live action Spider-Man appear in the MCU now. We've got all the X-Men like in the Wolverine.
Well, I was thinking about it. Literally, there's a line where he says like you couldn't. No wonder the Avengers didn't take you, and then the X-Men. Like it's just crazy that like in the same sentence. Like you heard Wolverine say the Avengers and the X-Men.
Yeah.
Especially Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, like Hugh Jackman
in the MCU.
Saying that, yeah.
In his Wolverine costume.
Yes.
With Deadpool.
Yeah.
And I think also the same scene he was doing the Spider-Man thing. Little thwips.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like what's happening?
He didn't even mention Spider-Man like the whole movie.
No. He was just doing the little Spider-Man flips.
For like no reason. Yeah.
It's so weird to think about like all of the.
Hugh Jackman was surprisingly great though. Well, I knew he'd be great, but I actually like he was like a very notable, like positive. In the movie.
Absolutely, he was so entertaining to watch. It was so. It seemed like
I was cautious about him coming back, but like, I was on it like immediately after seeing him.
He clearly actually like got something out of this performance. At least it felt like that. So, and besides just the crap load of money they're all gonna get, but.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell they had fun making it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It's definitely better to make a comedy movie. Probably somebody you like talking, like making jokes with. So they're like really good friends.
Yeah.
A lot of divorce jokes, like with Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they probably wanted Ben Affleck. He probably just said no.
Right. Yeah.
Because it seems kind of weird to just have Elektra.
Yeah.
I feel like there probably would have been like more plot for her if Daredevil was there.
Right. Which that was.
But it probably been weird since they're like, oh, they're divorced in real life.
Yeah, because they're divorced.
So again, superhero costumes and act like you're dating again.
Again, maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I'm surprised there was no Scarlett Johansson joke.
I really thought there was going to be
about Black Widow or something.
Yeah.
But no, maybe they don't want to cut ties with her. So.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but Chris Evans was in this.
Chris Evans.
He got some money.
Yeah, that was a good little bait and switch of how they put him in there. It was like, oh, it's Captain America. He's going to say Avengers. He's like, flame on.
They kind of just did a Doctor Strange thing though, where they just killed him.
Yeah.
This was definitely a better multiverse movie than that. Like entirely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, because
I almost like this more than No Way Home, just as a movie. Maybe I'll maybe give it more time. But.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's like because like you look at it like. Because, like, a multiverse angle with Deadpool just works so well, because his whole shtick is the fourth wall isn't actually...
Because you can kind of do whatever you want, you don't really, like, they explain stuff, obviously, but, like, it doesn't need to be, like, super explained.
Like, you can be as absurd as you want with the character. So it's, like, they're doing the multiverse angle, and then even... And then I was like,
and none of the movies,
like... you have to have him make fun of it, too. And thankfully, at the end, he was like, okay, I'm sick of all the multiverse stuff.
Yeah, I am, too, a little bit.
I mean, yeah, it's like...
Even though they're still going with it?
Everybody is... I was hoping they'd acknowledge Spider-Verse, because, like, nobody is doing this right. It was like, well, the Spider-Verse...
Well, when all the Deadpool showed up, at least it was into the Deadpool verse, which was pretty much what that whole scene was. All the Deadpool showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where, like, half of them didn't even do anything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. When they were doing that whole fight scene, I was like, don't they all just regenerate?
Yeah. It was like the baby was laughing.
That was really funny with the one that didn't, though.
It's like, how long did it take to regenerate? He was like, regenerate? Like, okay, how was I supposed to know he doesn't regenerate? The Nice Pool was hilarious.
Nice Pool was hilarious.
It was a way to fit Ryan Reynolds' actual face in the movie for more of it.
Yeah, he had some really funny lines. I forgot what they were though. There was a lot of funny lines.
Yeah,
This might have been the funniest one.
This was, I think, the funniest one. Like, I genuinely was like actually laughing for most of the movie, which is like not. That doesn't happen.
Well, most people were.
Yeah. Like everyone in the theater was laughing. Like it was a genuine funny experience.
Yeah.
Dogpool is a treasure.
I was surprised how much of this was because I was kind of worried it was just not going to be like super connected to the first two.
Yeah.
It was Deadpool 3.
It basically was, yeah. I mean,
this did feel like an ending to the trilogy.
I'd say so, yeah. They did some weird things with like, cause like Domino,
they always do weird things with the girlfriend too. Like in the second one they killed her, and then this one they're broken up. This one
they just broke up off screen.
Like they can't just be together.
Yeah, and then it was like they broke up off screen. They barely talk about it. They use it as a little bit of like an emotional thing for Deadpool, and then like at the end he's like, "Oh, I did it for you," and she's like, "Okay, I love you again." It's like that was like the whole emotional like standpoint of the first two movies. So in the third one, it's just kind of like, I get it's taking a backseat to the Wolverine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like. That was like an actual like narrative like issue I had with it. It was like, what's the point?
I don't even know if did Colossus say anything.
Colossus, I think, had like 2 lines, maybe, and like he was also
X-23 was in this as well.
Yeah,
I was kind of worried with all the Logan connections because I just wanted him to stay away from it. But
right.
I don't know. She was really good though.
Yeah, she was.
It was
good.
nice seeing her again.
That was good to see them together.
They had nice little talks. I really liked how they developed Wolverine in this like new variant. He's like the worst Wolverine or whatever.
Yeah, I think this was the right way to do it. If you're doing a multiverse angle to get Wolverine back,
and I'm just assuming if he comes back in future movies, it'll just be this Wolverine.
Yeah. So then at least, I mean, like I know it's just Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again, and like whether or not how you feel about the fact that he got an ending. But it is cool that like they did this because like.
This was the one thing he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to do this.
He wanted to do a Deadpool, like something with Deadpool.
Yeah.
So like it is cool to see him be able to do that, and I do like how it's taking this worst Wolverine example that didn't get a good ending and then bringing it into this situation. So it's definitely.
It's not the smartest script in the world, but I do think it's actually kind of. It's like half well written.
It's not. It's
decently
bad.
written.
It's not bad.
I can tell there was
like
effort.
Yeah.
Especially connecting to like the TVA and stuff. Like they didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody watched Loki. That one joke about Loki was funny. The show.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, from Loki season 1 episode.
And
5.
I remember hearing from like the beginning of this fucking like when this movie was announced that Owen Wilson was gonna be in this.
I heard something about that.
Because they had that black girl from the show.
Yeah.
B-15 or whatever.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But not him.
Not Owen Wilson though.
Yeah. I thought it'd been funny.
Mobius.
Owen Wilson and Deadpool would have been really funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. So they did miss out there, unfortunately.
There was
probably couldn't afford him, but it's probably.
Yeah, no, probably not. There was a lot of hype about Blake Lively because she was Ladypool, but
she
then,
barely did anything.
She didn't even. Show her
Ladypool
face.
barely did anything. I think Dogpool did more. I think Nicepool did more to the plot than Ladypool.
Nicepool did more. Yeah.
I mean, it was cool that it was her and not Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I would have cried. That's stupid.
Thank God. Yeah.
My boss said he would have walked out of the theater, which is a little much. I don't know if I would have walked out of a movie I paid for.
Then there was Kidpool, which I just found out today was actually played by
his daughter
Ryan
or whatever.
and Blake's daughter.
What was the zombie head one called?
I don't remember.
I know it was a Funko.
I know I've seen of that before, but I don't actually remember what.
I'm assuming all of them are in the comics.
Yeah,
the cowboy one was Matthew McConaughey or something.
There were some deep cuts in there, yeah.
So.
It was the cowboy.
Yeah, but I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, I thought the pacing was pretty good.
It was pretty well paced. It was definitely very.
A lot of good jokes. A lot of good.
There were a couple moments that were just kind of like narratively that were just like, all right, so this is like
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, like it overall, I mean, it's all trying to service a Deadpool plot, so it's really hard to actually judge. That's like my main takeaway from any Deadpool movie. I'm like, how am I supposed to actually?
Because like Deadpool 1 actually had a plot.
Yeah.
But like Deadpool 2 didn't really.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a plot.
Yeah. This one.
That was more just like a.
This one I'd
way
say,
to deliver jokes.
This one I'd say has the least like plot.
Yeah.
Even though there's still a plot there. I mean, bringing in Cassandra Nova, who's a very cool character.
I thought that performance was good.
Yeah, she was good.
I liked a lot of her scenes, but she wasn't in it much,
Yeah.
and she wasn't developed much either.
Right. She was
And the
kind
fact
of
that Charles wasn't in the movie at all, like I don't know, I just kind of
Right,
felt
yeah.
like there was like a clear like lack of something.
Right. There needed to be something a little bit.
Which I didn't really
there.
want. I didn't really need Patrick Stewart in this. I kind of want him to stop being in these.
Patrick Stewart needs to retire.
I did not like seeing him die again in Doctor Strange. That was so pointless.
Yeah, I don't know. He seriously.
I don't know why he came back for that, but not this. But...
I don't. Oh, Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah, that was good.
As
Wolverine. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff I'll forget because there's so much.
It was just so much.
It was like No Way Home in a lot of ways, but it almost had more because No Way Home had to be like an actual like MCU movie.
Right.
That like made sense.
Yeah.
It had to fit. And everything had to like wrap up nicely in the end. This one could kind of just do whatever it wants and just kind of leave it up in the air.
Yeah, there were some crazy music choices, a lot of needle drops, which like it's kind of manipulative. So like that's probably why I love some of those scenes so much. But like,
didn't they have a joke about like Hugh Jackman's divorce in this?
Yeah,
and he got like divorced like less than 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and it was like a 30-year divorce, like marriage or something.
Yeah,
it was kind of insane.
That's pretty extreme.
There was a lot of divorce jokes in this.
Yeah, there were a lot of
like personal like ties jokes, like
a lot. They did not hold back.
Like stuff behind the scenes. Yeah.
And I mean, it was.
There was that one scene where he like broke the camera. He's like, "I'm going to Disney."
He was like, "Screw you, 20th Century Fox. I'm done with you."
And then they fought at the 20th Century logo, which I know that was like leaked like forever ago.
Right. Yeah.
Their fights were good though. Actually, I wasn't like excited to see them fight particularly because it's just it's just two people that could constantly heal.
Yeah, that was the thing.
And we did technically see them fight before.
Yeah, Deadpool was like.
I'm surprised they had X-Men Origins footage in the credits. So like Ryan Reynolds was like talking about how much he was excited to play Deadpool then.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like.
Was there a Green Lantern joke in this one? I don't think so. I don't know, they kind of topped the Green Lantern jokes in the last one.
The last two, they went crazy on the Green Lantern jokes, so I don't know. I mean, they didn't really need any more. They
the proposal joke.
The proposal.
I could break the fourth wall.
I can also tap on the fourth wall. The proposal. What was that? Oh my gosh. See, it was just like...
It's a lot of fun.
Like, every moment that I was like, that I would be like pulled out of it, like, there was something else that made me laugh, and it was constant. It was really cool to finally see Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Yeah, because that movie I remember following that movie's development for years.
Yeah.
I wasn't, like, excited for it, but I just wanted to, like, see what
I thought it was
happened.
cool, because I always thought Gambit was a cool character I didn't know much about, so I would have liked to see the movie, and then it just never...
And the costume was cool. It looked a little, like, rubberish.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how he looks in the comics, though. Because I remember Gambit was in Origins, but it was, like, terrible.
Yeah.
And then they announced Channing Tatum, and then they just, like, didn't do it for, like, 10 years.
Yeah. And then
I know he was, like, really excited for it, too.
Yeah.
Like, actually, it was, like, a passion of his.
And now he got to play it.
I assumed he would be in this. I assumed he would do anything to play Gambit.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that as an opportunity. Wesley Snipes, I know we mentioned that already, was insane.
I'm surprised because I thought he disavowed Marvel. And see, I know he definitely hates Ryan Reynolds.
I thought there's no way that he would do it because of Ryan Reynolds.
And also, wasn't he upset that they announced they were rebooting Blade like around when they announced Deadpool?
Maybe that's why he did it, so he could make that joke. It's like there will only ever be one Blade.
Yeah, I wonder if that was always in the script. If that was like a reshoot after all the drama's been going on with that Blade movie. Because I don't know how much you've been following that too, but that's been an actual mess.
Yeah,
it's like 4 or 5 directors now.
Yeah, it's absurd.
It's like been set in 3 or 4 different time periods with like 3 or 4 scripts.
It's a complete.
I think at one point they said it was gonna like be more focused on Blade's daughter than Blade.
Really?
Like it was gonna be about like Blade's daughter like being trained under him, because they were trying to have a female focus on a Blade movie. That was like an old script that got thrown away. And also, Mahershala Ali's like 50.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with all that. If that will ever actually happen.
He's also going to be in the next Jurassic World for some reason.
But with all that going on, it's great to see that they made a joke about it because that was hilarious.
There's only going to be one Blade. He also like looked at the camera when he's.
Yeah. And then Deadpool.
That's funny because there was a tweet like the night before we saw the movie, and somebody was saying that like Mahershala Ali should like hang Kevin Feige in public, and I was kind of confused. I didn't know the joke was in there.
Yeah,
I didn't think they'd actually joke about that.
Makes more sense, yeah.
There will only be one Blade. He's like, we're still trying to make it though. We promise we'll make it.
Yeah, we'll just see about that. But yeah, literally like, as far as like, because like it's so hard to like actually look at it because like clearly like it's all fan service and like it worked well for the most part, but it's pretty much purely fan service.
At least it was like decent fan service, I guess.
It's one of the. I still didn't think it looked great, but it looked better than most recent Marvel movies.
Yeah, some of the effects were questionable, but it looked a lot better.
Yeah.
Even than like No Way Home.
Thank God this is Deadpool because it's the same director as Free Guy, and if it's in this sense, Ryan Reynolds can take much more control over what he's doing.
Yeah, I was a little worried with the director because he made Real Steel,
yeah,
Free Guy,
yeah. So it's like
the Adam Project.
Yeah, the Adam Project.
Aren't those all pretty bad?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been like, I forgot what the term was, where like they've been retroactively saying Real Steel was a good movie.
Yeah.
Which I remember liking it when I was a child.
I'm gonna rewatch it soon as part of my favorites thing because it's Joey's favorite. So we'll see.
Oh.
I haven't watched it for a while. I don't think I watched it since it came out.
I always forget Hugh Jackman was like starring in that. I remember having fun with it, but it was just rock and soccer robots.
Literally, yeah. It's just a boxing movie.
They were like, we need a sequel immediately. Do you?
I don't know.
He fights more robots in this one.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I could say notably, once again, the editing was like pretty bad. There were some moments that like I like didn't understand.
Like compared to the first two Deadpools?
Just like in general, there were some moments that I was like
Marvel in general has been pretty bad at editing.
Like their editing is like it's just like it seems like they can never figure it out. Like cutting from like reaction to reaction to reaction, and it's like what is going on here? Like I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's definitely messy, but I feel like in a lot of ways it was intentionally messy though. Because I don't know, I feel like this movie. Yeah. Hearing all their pitches they have for this movie, it sounds like they just wanted to do like this big farewell, just like smorgasbord swan song thing. Because really it doesn't have any consequences, you know. Everybody's talking about how this like is important for the future of the MC or whatever, but it really isn't. Because these two are only going to appear in like team ups. These guys aren't going to have like a continuing franchise.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with how well it's doing that we'll get another Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised.
I don't think we'll get like another standalone Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie. If that happens, I will be eternally shocked. There's no way.
No. It would
also, what would you do?
In...
Unless you did like an actual Old Man Logan, like faithful, like comic.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, but
I don't even know if I want to see that at this point. Especially that comic's kind of weird. Like the incest Hulk stuff.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a lot. Yeah. I mean,
I'm saying that I think that's like the only other story that he's like said actively he would like to do.
Right.
Because like Logan wasn't really that. It was just advertised as that. Because it was not an adaptation of that at all.
No, Logan was not what Logan was.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just depends. I mean,
obviously, I think they'll for sure show up in a Avengers movie, at least.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think Ryan Reynolds will stay around a while as long as they want him.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds will probably do.
Deadpool's very clearly still popular.
Yeah.
He's one of the more popular Marvel heroes, but it's just weird because you can't really advertise him to kids.
Yeah, no.
He's like an adult one.
Yeah.
So they have to keep him adult. But then if you're gonna like, I'm fine with him in Avengers movies being PG-13. I don't mind that.
I always think about how in Space Jam: A New Legacy when Rick and Morty showed up.
Yeah.
And like they had to like say a couple lines, but it was so out of character for like how they would normally be.
That's what I mean. Like I don't want to see him PG-13.
Yeah. No.
I mean, even Wolverine now. Well, he did Logan. It was rated R. This was rated R.
Yeah.
I prefer Logan rated R.
He
I prefer Wolverine to be rated R.
He works so much better as a.
Yeah, seeing him kill people in this movie, like he was actually like going like full feral mode and stuff in this. That was cool to see.
Yeah.
Because he did it in Logan, but it was different context than.
Yeah, and then that was also the only time we saw it. So it's like.
This was like a big comic accurate thing.
Right.
He fought Sabretooth, he like decapitated him immediately, and that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was good.
There's also the bad Sabretooth anyway. I think that was the joke.
Yeah.
It was like his brother, and I'm pretty sure the first X-Men they never say they're related. He just says he knows him.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Or they have a history. Or like he doesn't like him or something.
Right.
Well, obviously in Origins they do. I don't know why they didn't just bring him back. I feel like he's more popular, but...
I think that would have made more sense, but I mean...
I love the Magneto joke about his helmet.
Yeah.
Because I remember that also being a big rumor that they're going to have Ian McKellen in this. I was like, if they actually get Ian McKellen to get in that suit again, at like 95 or whatever, good fucking luck.
Yeah, no way.
But, what was it like? Oh, we need his helmet. Like, oh, they belted it.
Like,
she melted it immediately after she killed him.
Right after she killed him. It's like, okay.
It was just so weird hearing Blade talk about Magneto. Something I never thought I would see.
Yeah, Blade talking about Magneto. What the? And
you're just seeing like literally like that one shot you see like Wolverine. There's like that one shot where they all come out of the car and it's just like Blade next to Elektra, who's next to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Just like, what? I never thought this would happen.
Like, it's just so weird, but like it works in a weird way. Like, it doesn't really work, but it works for the right fans.
I'd watch it again.
I'd 100% watch it again. It was hilarious. Like that's. I mean, the humor's really what carries it.
Overall,
That's
pretty
why it's,
solid
like,
trilogy though by the end of it. I mean, what do you think about the trilogy overall?
I mean,
Did it flow pretty
ironically,
well?
The thing with this one is it's so hard to look at. I think right now I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10 because it's got serious, like, it has, like, it's so messy, but, like, it's genuinely a fun time, and I can't be too mean to something that I enjoyed so much of and would go see again. This one might actually be my favorite, like, viewing experience of the 3, but I'd probably I give them all, as of right now, a 6 out of 10, and I just rewatched the first and second. They're all funny, they all have their problems, they're all enjoyable enough, for the most part. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen Deadpool 2 in a while.
It's overall a solid trilogy. I don't have a problem with any of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen Deadpool 2 in a while. But I remember that one was okay.
Deadpool 2 is definitely the weakest. I'd say this one's probably my favorite, honestly. I'd probably say this one's my favorite.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 is
just... But that's as of right now. But I seriously, like... I remember when I saw the other two for the first time, and I didn't laugh nearly as much as I did with this one. So.
Yeah, I don't even remember if I laughed in the first one. Because I was under 18 when it came out, and I didn't even think I'd get to see it. So I think I spoiled it for myself, and then I ended up seeing it.
I mean, yeah, when the first Deadpool came out, we were only like...
Yeah, I had to get, like... You still had to get, like, parents to take in stuff.
That was before we even started high school.
Yeah.
Which is
It was 8 years ago, yeah.
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 So, like...
That first one was a big deal, too. I remember how big it was.
That was a huge deal. Like, that was
that one song,
about.
that was a big deal. What, X Gonna Give It To You? Yeah.
Yeah.
This one had a lot of songs. I can't tell you which ones they were, but they were memorable. The intro was good. The dance number.
That was good.
They didn't do the name things again.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Which
they just
I was
I
was fine with. Yeah. I mean, they kind of probably did all they could do with the first two. Because then they did with the second one.
In the second one, yeah, it was just instead of names, it was like they were just like reacting to the fact that his girlfriend just died.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like directed by, did you just kill her? Like,
yeah.
It's like written by, are you serious? And then the first one, it was like written by the real heroes here, and the second one, it said written by the real villains here because they just killed the character.
The real villains here.
Yeah, and this one they just put the names, and then he's dancing a bye 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 in the background, which is like whatever. That's fine.
I mean, it was an impressive dance number, I guess. I'm assuming that wasn't him though.
Probably not.
No. If it was though, good job.
Ryan Reynolds is almost 50, so.
He is?
Yeah.
He is almost 52. Yeah, so I don't know if he will want to play this much longer either.
Yeah, who knows?
Like another 10 years maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a lot of makeup too. And he does have 4 kids.
Yeah, I didn't know he had 4
I don't know how
kids.
old they are, but...
Yeah, because their oldest is like 10.
Because I think I remember before this got announced, he was talking about taking a break for a little bit, and then I think this happened.
Well,
so
like, they just had a baby.
Yeah, so I think he is gonna take a break.
Like
soon.
literally, like the end of last year, Blake Lively had a baby.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like, who knows?
It's just rich people. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I feel like as long as Ryan Reynolds is active, he will still want to be Deadpool. It's like the role he was like born for. Like, he's like one of the most synonymous with his character that like you can find out there, honestly. And like
Hugh Jackman.
Like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and
I could see another actor as Wolverine though. I don't really know if I want another Wolverine for a while.
I feel like I could see another Wolverine.
They did have a good time. That's like one thing that's bad about this movie is that there was so much because 2017 was when fucking Logan came out. So what? That's like how long ago was that? Like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I feel like now would have been like a good time to introduce new Wolverine if they wanted to, because I feel like it's been long enough. But now that they've reintroduced him again,
yeah.
Well, now everybody's just thinking about him again.
Right. So
and now they're already saying he's gonna be in like Secret Wars in like 2028.
Yeah.
What, like 30 years? Imagine being the person to take the Wolverine role after that, like 30 years.
Seriously.
Like, it's so much stress. You know how many people would hate you?
Like, there's absolutely no way.
And imagine if they decided to do like a race change.
Alright, we got the guy. It's just like Jackie Chan.
It's just Jack Black.
Jack Black as Wolverine.
Since he lost his band or whatever.
Yeah, since Tenacious D's dead.
It was like one Trump joke
because
or whatever.
He made a joke about the shooting.
He's like, I'm not your friend.
And then, like, you know, everybody's dropped him. Like, all of his agencies.
He's lost everything.
Basically, yeah. His entire professional career is, like, over now.
Yeah, it didn't look the best on Jack Black's part. Probably not. A little reactionary.
I mean, he's got to keep his brand safe.
Yeah, but his brand's fucking the Minecraft movie.
And Borderlands.
Did you not see there was like a leaked image of him as Steve?
Was there?
Yeah,
I might-
it's
I
just
might
it's
have
just
seen
gonna
that.
be Jack Black dressed up as Steve, like he's gonna be live action in the world. Like the people are gonna be real people, and like he's holding the pickaxe. That looks like the Minecraft pickaxe. So it's like if you grab the stuff from Walmart and just started playing with it, and he just is wearing the Steve dress up.
I also want to point out a third Venom film's coming out this year. So
Yeah, that trailer would upset
I
me.
am so done with cinema. I just can't.
Also, Craven's still coming out, I think.
Ugh, Craven. Wasn't it supposed to come out last year?
I mean, it was supposed to come out this year. I think it got delayed until next year.
Okay.
Or like it's until I think it's at the end of this
I
year.
know it got delayed.
I think it's like December this year because it was supposed to come out in like October and they moved it
Really?
because they said they thought actually I don't know if you heard this because it was funny because I guess it got leaked that some Sony executives they moved it to December because they said like in their words they think Craven will be like the perfect family film that people want to go back to again and again for the holiday season.
Craven?
The Hunter, that's rated R.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like we think this is gonna be something people are want to come back again and again. Like they think this is gonna be like some people are gonna want to come back.
You're gonna go to multiple times.
Yeah, to see
Craven
Craven
the Hunter.
in this economy.
You'll be lucky if anybody goes to it once.
Yeah, I'm not going into it at all.
Going to movies multiple times is so much harder because it's like $1 million excursion.
Yeah, it used to be like $8 a ticket.
Yeah, that's like $15 for a ticket, and popcorn's like $9. And
So it's lucky if I see a movie in theaters.
Because you go to the movie,
It's gotten to the point where I'll just like wait to see a movie because I know it'll be much cheaper because I'm already paying like $20 a streaming service a month. So might as well just fucking wait.
Yeah, that's true. It's just ridiculous.
And especially in our area, this isn't like everybody's area, but the movie theaters are like all like 20, 30 minutes away.
It's so hard to find one because all the small ones have died off because in general no one wants to go to the movies and spend so much money when you could just watch at home, and that's how it is with everything. So,
Or pirate.
especially when every movie that comes out is
Is
a
bad.
sequel or a terrible recreation or a video game adaptation.
That's what I mean. Like this movie's like the epitome of like everything wrong with Hollywood right now, but for some reason this movie worked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like it's literally the epitome of the problem of all the problems with movies.
I can see why people
this
hate
one
this.
works,
Genuinely
though.
hate this.
Yeah.
It is just slop that's supposed to just appease you,
Yeah.
but it's like earnest slop,
Right.
and I can tell like I can tell there's like emotion in the slop though.
At least some. Yeah. There's.
That's kind of with the other Deadpool too, because it's just like gratuitous violence, just being meta, just making fun of stuff. But like, there's always like an emotional core
Right.
that makes people want to come back to the character.
Yeah.
So, and also just throwing Wolverine into that, who already is like this super emotional character that people like
there's a lot of
and
emotional
love,
things there,
and
yeah.
Hugh Jackman's just really good at it. So, even in like the worst X-Men movies,
Yeah, Hugh Jackman
usually a
always
highlight.
killed it. Yeah, he was always a bright spot in. Really
he's how he always
bad
tried,
movies.
and he like willingly read the script for like Origins Wolverine and still showed up every day. So, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Oh man.
But still, his best performance probably was First Class.
Yeah,
And we just said fuck you.
I'd say so. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I liked the moment when he first saw him at the barn. He was like, boop his nose. I was like, that's not a very Wolverine thing to do. He's like, boop it. Called him a woman for some reason.
Yeah.
There was no boobs at all. That one guy was like so mean. He's like, just get the fuck out of my bar. It's like, you already served him multiple drinks.
Yeah.
Now you're telling him to leave?
Like you gave him a drink. It's like I told you to get out. It's like just give me one more. You already gave me something.
Also, nobody was causing an uproar about
Yeah,
it.
He's just sitting there. That was a cool moment where he got to that one. He was like, "Oh, isn't this where you fought Hulk?" And then Hulk started behind him.
Did you see it was in the claws too?
Yeah.
It was like the comic cover or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was the Mark Ruffalo Hulk. I remember there was that big rumor it was going to be 2003 Hulk was going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
They were somehow going to get that guy to do that again.
Yeah, Eric Bana.
I don't know if he would want to do that.
There's no way. I don't think he would ever.
I did think one that I thought what they would do because like he did the fucking Flash movie for some reason. I thought Nicolas Cage would do Ghost Rider because I
That
know
would've
he
been
loved
cool.
being Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I thought he would have been easy to get back, especially since he did that fucking Flash movie. That was
Yeah.
terrible. I hated the Flash. I mentioned that to Andre, my boss, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot he was in that for like 2 seconds."
Yeah.
And, like CGI'd him anyway.
Yeah.
So stupid. I hated the Flash.
The Flash was so bad.
That's like what the worst version of this movie is.
Yes.
So
That's an absolute awful example of what this movie was.
I don't know what they'll do with Deadpool next. If they're gonna give him another movie, because this did so well.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And if they did, what would they do next? Because you can't top this. You can't do another multiverse movie, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. What would you?
And you can't just do another Wolverine movie with Deadpool in it.
Yeah.
And you can't just do another Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
And there's no more X-Men because the Fox universe has no more X-Men. And they're doing an X-Men movie, but was that like in another universe too? Like Fantastic Four? Because they already said Fantastic Four is going to be in its own universe in like the 60s. And somehow they're going to be in the next Avengers movie like 2 years from now. It's called Doomsday.
Which has Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. Who knows what the...
And we don't
what's
know who the
gonna
Avengers
happen.
team is.
Yeah.
Like Sam Wilson knows Iron Man.
Yeah.
The only like interesting thing I heard is that like what the fuck is Spider-Man gonna do when he like fights Doctor Doom and sees that it's just Iron Man? What?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know.
I'm surprised. I honestly I thought they wouldn't bring him back because of how much he costs now.
I know.
I thought it was just more like financially they just couldn't do it. Like even if they wanted to, they just couldn't.
Yeah.
Because he would just ask for too much.
Right.
And like, yeah, because didn't he make like literally like 200 million for like 7 minutes of screen time in Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Like Homecoming, he made like 20 million for like 8 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
That's like a week of filming. Made like $20 million. That's like an actor's just like salary for a year or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's.
And then he was in the Avengers movie the next year later.
Well, and now he's an Oscar winner.
Yeah. So now he can ask for whatever price he wants, and they just have to pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's an Oscar winner.
So it's like it's such.
And also, wasn't he still doing Sherlock Holmes 3?
Is he? Is that not
He keeps
canceled?
saying that. Every few years, he's like, "I'm still doing it."
I feel like that's still like.
Doolittle 2's happening. It's not happening.
If Doolittle 2 happens.
They were gonna do Doolittle 2, but then Doolittle came out, and no.
Yeah, and then they realized that nobody wanted to see that. Nobody liked it. What a weird career for Robert Downey Jr. Like, in every way. Well, all in all, Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't know where they go from here, but it was so funny, and that's the main takeaway. It's genuinely hilarious. It's a lot of fan service. It's sloppy fan service.
Yeah, I'm also
There's a lot of
I'm at the
problems.
point of Marvel that like the Infinity Saga, like I actively cared about like the timeline and stuff and like where things were going because
Yeah.
like everything was like overall good,
Yeah.
and I was growing up with it obviously.
Right.
That played a big factor. But like now I don't. Everything's just such a mess now. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
Right.
So if it connects well, it connects well. The Avengers movies, though, I am really worried about because that's like a major franchise.
That's a big
and if they
deal.
mess one of those up, it's done.
Yeah,
Marvel's done.
That's a big deal. They can't.
Especially if they
can't
mess up
afford
2. If they mess up Secret Wars, that's like a big thing in the comics.
Yeah,
That's like massive.
It's a huge deal.
That's when
So,
Spider-Man's supposed to get his black suit.
Yeah.
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 Which,
So-
you know.
Who even knows? Who knows? I don't. It's hard to have confidence.
Are we getting
in that
Spider-Man
world
4?
recently, so.
They haven't even announced that. They just keep saying we're writing Spider-Man 4. And they keep saying Zendaya's back in it. It's like, what? Why do you want to pay her again?
Yeah, she's gonna be worth more and more money too. She's one of the biggest.
Isn't she going to get nominated for Challengers, probably?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna get an Oscar nom. I'd be shocked if she didn't. She was
Yeah.
great in that movie. That was a great movie. I did see that this year. That was very good.
Yeah, I wanted
Very
to see that.
good. Very good movie.
Did you work?
Yes.
So should we probably end this?
Probably. I'll leave it at a 6 out of 10. Very messy.
I think
very
I gave it
sloppy,
a 3.5 out of 5.
Very funny.
Didn't you give it a 3 out of 5?
Yeah. I'd say it's.
I honestly, I think I need to see it again before I
Yeah.
give like a final.
Yeah, I definitely need to watch it again because it was.
But I recommend it.
I
mean,
highly recommend
it was a lot of
It
fun.
was hilarious.
I think this would be a great.
Genuinely.
This would be a great drinking night movie.
It would be, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's a great movie to see with friends or family or anyone. Even a good date night movie, really.
Yeah.
I was really worried it was gonna be like really like lore, TVA, timeline heavy stuff. Like in the beginning,
Yeah.
I thought it would have turned people off.
That wouldn't have been as accessible.
Like the Time Ripper, like they were just introducing stuff as well that wasn't even in Loki.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even make sense of Loki stuff. Because was it after Loki season 2? I'm assuming.
I would assume so, yeah.
But yeah. Oh, I guess that makes sense why Owen Wilson wasn't there then. Because didn't he leave?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it makes sense then.
Yeah.
But still, I would have liked to see him.
In universe, it makes sense. It would have been cool to see Owen Wilson, but.
Well, yeah. Alright. See you next year.
Yeah, sometime next August, probably.
Maybe before I leave.
Maybe.
Is anything coming out soon?
Borderlands.
That looks so bad.
It does look really bad.
How'd they get Jamie Lee Curtis in that? She's an Oscar winner.
She's an Oscar winner, too.
For no reason.
She didn't deserve it,
No.
frankly. She deserved an Oscar during her career, but she didn't deserve it for that one. There's like a lot of stuff coming out, but it's all crap.
Oh, I guess if we have time, there's Alien, but
Alien Romulus, yeah. Which,
it looks good.
It looks decent,
But I don't really know. It just looks like I'm.
the Alien franchise has just worn me down so much, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I can't take. I mentioned to you in the movie, but every time that fucking Fede Alvarez makes a movie, he always says from the director of Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And I know they're clearly just trying to make people think it's like the original or something,
Right now.
not the remake.
Yeah.
But like also the remake came out like 12 years ago.
It's over a decade ago now, so like you can't just keep using that for clout.
And Don't Breathe was
It's
also like 8
not
years
that
ago.
good.
Don't Breathe was also 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the thing with like Blumhouse says from Get Out, from the producers Get Out, The Visit, from 2015, and The Purge from 2013.
Like a Ridley Scott movie, it's like from the director of
Gladiator, from the director of Gladiator 1, Gladiator 2.
You do like 20 years later.
Stupid.
Why reading Gladiator 2? Like why?
And it's like really expensive too. Did you hear how much the budget was? It's like I think it's over 300 million.
It's like another Indiana Jones thing. Like,
And I think Ridley Scott made a joke about it, like in an interview. He's like, they just keep giving me money. I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep blowing it. So.
it's so stupid. Like it's the most pointless.
Sharks in the arena now. How does that make sense?
Why not?
Is it a watertight arena?
You gotta.
In Rome?
The sequel level stuff. Come on. Is it? Oh no.
Wasn't there a rhino? He was fighting a rhino.
Yeah, there was a rhino.
I was like, that makes no sense. You'd be dead immediately.
I don't know if they actually used rhinos. I know the Romans were crazy, but like that seems inaccurate to me. That could be, but like it doesn't seem right to me at all.
We'll see you later.